Most people grow up hearing the same advice about money. Save as much as you can. And yeah, saving money is good. But here's a strange question. What if saving money alone is actually the reason some people stay poor? Sounds crazy, right? There was once a small farmer who believed saving was the whole secret. He worked hard, saved every coin he could, and still nothing in his life changed. Then one day, an old stranger told him something so simple, it almost sounded stupid. But that one idea changed his life, and later it changed his entire village. It reminds me of stories like the farmer who turned one seed into a fortune. And today, I want to tell you what that farmer learned, because once you hear it, you might start looking at money in a very different way. There was once a farmer named Miguel. Miguel lived in a small, dry village. Life there was simple, but it wasn't easy. Every morning before the sun came up, Miguel walked out to his field, and every year he planted the same thing: corn. He worked all day under the hot sun. By evening his back hurt, his hands were rough, and his clothes were covered in dust. But something strange kept happening. Every year his harvest got smaller. The soil was getting weaker. The rain didn't always come. And the money he earned barely covered the basics. At night, his wife Rosa would sit at the table and count their coins. One night, she sighed and said, "Miguel, we can't keep living like this. Our daughter needs books for school. The roof leaks when it rains. We need more money." Miguel didn't know what to say. He was already working as hard as he could. One day at the village shop, Miguel heard a group of men talking. One man said confidently, "The smartest thing you can do is save money. If you save, you're safe." Those words stuck in Miguel's head. That night, he found an empty glass jar, and every week after that, he dropped a few coins inside. Clink, clink. That little sound gave him hope. So Miguel started saving everything he could. He kept wearing old shoes with holes. Rosa cooked smaller meals. Even their daughter once asked, "Papa, why do we eat so little now?" Miguel smiled and told her, "We're saving for the future." Months passed. The jar slowly filled with coins, and Miguel felt proud. But something didn't feel right. Life was still hard. They were still struggling. One morning, while Miguel was sitting in his field counting the coins from the jar, an old man walked by. He looked about 70 years old and carried a wooden walking stick. The man stopped and watched Miguel quietly. Then he said something that surprised him. "You're making a big mistake." Miguel looked up, confused. "What do you mean? I'm saving money. Everyone says that's the smart thing to do." The old man nodded slowly. "Saving money is good," he said, "but saving money alone will keep you poor." Miguel frowned. "I work hard. I don't waste money. What else am I supposed to do?" The old man sat down beside him. "Tell me," he said, "how long have you been saving?" "Almost a year." "And what can you buy with that money?" Miguel thought for a moment. "Some rice, maybe beans, maybe medicine if someone gets sick." The old man nodded again. And after that, Miguel sighed. "Then it's gone, and I start saving again." The old man looked straight at him and said, "That's the problem. Your money is sleeping. Miguel blinked. Sleeping. The old man reached into his pocket and pulled out a small bag. Inside were tiny lentil seeds. If you plant these, the old man said, they'll grow into crops. You sell the crops, make more money, buy more seeds and plant again. That's how money grows. Miguel felt nervous. But what if the crop fails? The old man answered calmly. Right now, your money isn't doing anything. Prices keep rising. Every year, those coins buy less. He held up the seeds. But when money works, it has the chance to grow. Then the old man stood up. Before leaving, he said one final thing. A jar full of coins is dead money. Seeds are living money. And just like that, he walked Hawaii. Miguel never saw him again. That night, Miguel couldn't sleep. He stared at the jar of coins. Then he looked at the bag of seeds. Finally, the next morning, he made a choice. He took his savings to the market and bought lentil seeds. The villagers thought he had lost his mind, but Miguel planted every seed carefully. Days passed. At first, nothing happened. Then one morning, tiny green shoots appeared in the soil. The lentils began to grow. Weeks later, the field was covered in green plants. When harvest time came, Miguel filled basket after basket. At the market, the lentils sold quickly, and when Miguel counted the money, he couldn't believe it. He had made 5 times more money than he had saved all year. That moment changed everything. Miguel fixed the leaking roof. He bought books for his daughter, and the next season, he planted again. Each year, his money grew. Soon, other farmers came to him asking, "How did you do it?" Miguel smiled and shared the lesson. Saving money is good, he said, but money has to work. Stories like this remind me of videos like why saving money alone keeps you poor. Because the real secret isn't just saving. The real secret is learning how to make your money grow. So let me ask you something right now. What is your money doing? Is it just sitting somewhere? Or is it actually working for you? Even a small amount of money can grow if you use it wisely. If this story made you think, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Tales by Arif. I share simple stories like this that can change the way you think about life, money, and decisions. And who knows, the next story might be the one that changes your life.